My wife asked me to co-sign a loan for her event planning business. I did it without hesitation. 2 months later, I got a call from the bank saying we missed a payment. I was confused, until I found her Instagram, where she launched a couples retreat with another man. He wore the suit I bought. He drove the car I paid for. I waited until their first retreat and sent all the documents to the hotel they were hosting at, including the fraudulent loan application. The event got shut down. She called me screaming. I just said, "Next time, fund your fantasy with someone else's credit." I'm 42. I live in Asheville, North Carolina. I've worked in freight logistics most of my adult life. I'm not flashy. I make good money, enough to be comfortable. I always thought that being stable and loyal meant something. My wife Carly used to say I was too grounded. She said it like a compliment, but I think now it was more of a warning. She was always floating. One day she wanted to open a candle shop. Next, she was obsessed with juice cleanses and talked about starting a mobile wellness truck. Then came a handmade clothing line. Nothing ever stuck. I didn't mind. I figured people find their way in different timelines. We've been married 10 years. Tried for kids, didn't happen. We did everything we could, fertility treatments, acupuncture, the whole 9 yards. I think that broke something inside her. After that, she became distant. But I stuck by her. I always figured if she was going through something, the least I could do was be her constant. A few months ago, she came to me with a new idea. We were sitting on the couch. She had her laptop open and a big smile on her face. "I want to start something real," she said. "Not another side project. A real business. I want to create healing retreats for couples." She told me it would involve event planning, booking locations, hiring coaches, building custom packages. She said there was a huge market for it and she'd done tons of research. She even showed me a Google Doc with some ideas. I didn't understand half of it, but she seemed excited. Then she told me she needed to apply for a business loan. But her credit wasn't strong enough. "I need you to co-sign," she said. "Just for the application. I promise I'll handle everything. This is my thing, my risk. I just need your help to get it off the ground." I didn't even hesitate. I didn't ask for details. I didn't ask to speak to the lender. I trusted her. That was my mistake. The loan was for $47,000. I signed what she put in front of me. For the next few weeks, she was busy. She'd be on her laptop every night. She told me she was working on branding, booking a venue, talking to vendors. I asked a few times how it was going. She always brushed me off with, "It's coming together." I didn't push. She mentioned a guy named Des a few times. She said he was a branding strategist, who was helping her create the website and visuals. She said he was just a friend from a networking group. I believed her. Around that time, she started sleeping in the guest room a lot. Said she was working late and didn't want to keep me up. I was tired most nights anyway, so I didn't fight it. Then I got the call. It was a Wednesday. I was at work when I got a call from the bank. They said we missed our first loan payment. I thought they were wrong. I told them my wife was running the business, that the payment should have gone through. They said nothing had been paid. The due date had passed 5 days ago. I called Carly right away. She didn't pick up. I texted, no response. That night, she came home late. I asked her about the loan. She got defensive. "It's just a delay. There's some issue with the client deposit, but I've got it covered." I didn't like the way she said it. Cold. Like I was annoying her. But I let it go. The next day, something in me snapped. I felt something wasn't right. So I searched her name on Instagram. She'd blocked me on her professional account years ago. Said she wanted to keep it separate from personal life. I never questioned it. I made a burner account. Found her profile in minutes. The name of the business wasn't what she told me. It wasn't even Retreat and Reconnect like she said. It was called Eden for Two. Her and Des were all over it. Cozy pictures. Spa shots. Scenic hikes. Wine tastings. Hot tubs. Romantic dinners. The captions were like acid. Finally building something with someone who believes in me. This isn't just work, it's love in action. There were videos too. One showed her walking hand in hand with Des around a luxury cabin resort. She called it our sanctuary. I paused the video when I saw the car in the background. It was the silver Lexus I bought her for her birthday last year. Paid in full. My name on the title. Then I saw Des wearing a navy suit. My suit. The one I got custom fitted for our 7th anniversary dinner. He was my size. It fit him perfectly. I sat there in the dark, staring at the screen. I felt something in my chest, like a rope pulling tight. I didn't say anything to her that night. I just watched. I checked the retreat website. It was a full weekend package, 3 days, $2,500 per couple. Guided meditation, couples therapy, candlelit dinners, hiking. I checked the date. The first one was coming up, 2 weeks away. She told me she was going to scout a location that weekend. I didn't say a word. Instead, I started collecting everything. I went through the loan application she had me sign. I realized she'd forged documents. Faked income. Lied about client deposits. She had committed fraud. I printed it all. Scanned copies. Screenshots of her Instagram. I made a neat PDF with timestamps and notes. Then I found the lodge she was using for the retreat. A luxury in outside Boone, North Carolina. I contacted the lodge manager. I emailed him the full file. I told him I had no intention of suing. I just wanted them to know what kind of business they were letting in. 3 days before the retreat, the manager replied. He thanked me. Said they had a strict ethics clause. They were going to pull out of the agreement and notify guests. I waited. The retreat got shut down on the morning of day 1. Guests showed up and were turned away. Some were already checked in, and were asked to leave. Carly and Des arrived around noon. Lodge manager met them at the front. Told them everything was cancelled. No refunds. No rebooking. I wasn't there, but I wish I'd seen their faces. Carly called me that afternoon. Unknown number. She was screaming. What the hell did you do? You ruined everything. I let her scream. Then I said, next time, fund your fantasy with someone else's credit. And I hung up. She didn't call back that day. But the silence didn't last long. 2 days later, I got served. Carly filed for divorce. In the documents, she listed irreconcilable differences, and had the nerve to request spousal support. She claimed I had emotionally manipulated her by sabotaging her business out of jealousy. She wanted the Lexus. She wanted half of everything. I sat on my porch staring at the papers, my hands shaking. I didn't know whether to laugh or throw them into the fire pit. Then I got an email from the bank. A second payment had been missed. Now it wasn't just a warning. They were initiating collections. It was still in both our names. I tried calling Carly. Straight to voicemail. I called her lawyer's office, got nothing but runarounds. So I did the only thing I could. I lawyered up. I hired a woman named Trina Cortez. She came recommended by a friend who went through a rough divorce a few years back. Trina was sharp, no nonsense, and had a reputation for being relentless. When I told her everything, from the fraudulent loan to the fake business, to the Instagram, to the retreat shutdown, she raised her eyebrows and said, "We're going to turn this inside out." We filed a motion to challenge the loan responsibility and start an investigation into fraud. A week later, Carly came to my house. She didn't knock. Just barged in like she still lived there. She looked thinner. Angry. "You really want to do this?" she hissed. I didn't stand. I just looked at her. "You already did it. I'm just making it honest. You're trying to destroy me. You destroyed yourself." She paused. Her jaw clenched. "You don't get it, do you? Des believes in me. He sees what I can be. You just wanted a housewife." I laughed once, sharp and bitter. "I wanted a partner. You wanted an escape hatch." She looked like she was going to say something else, but instead she turned and stormed out. The next day, Trina got a call from Carly's lawyer. They were trying to settle. They wanted me to agree to take on the loan debt if she gave up her claim on the car and the house. We said no. A week after that, Des posted something new. A GoFundMe. We were sabotaged. But we're rebuilding. Help us bring Eden for 2 back stronger. He asked for $50,000. Claimed they were victims of an ex with a vendetta. I watched the page for a few days. They got maybe $600 total. A few old friends of Carly's chipped in. Most of the comments were skeptical. One even said, "Didn't you fake half your business records?" I didn't write that, but someone out there was paying attention. Then came the part one didn't see coming. One of the couples who'd signed up for the retreat filed a small claims case against Carly and Des for breach of contract and false advertising. They wanted their $2,500 back. Turns out, another couple was already preparing to sue too. Carly started panicking. She called my lawyer, crying, asking if we could talk this out. Trina told her to send everything through official channels. Meanwhile, the bank was investigating the loan application for fraud. Since I cooperated and provided evidence that I wasn't involved in the lies, they paused collections. But they warned me, they'd come after her. And if they couldn't recover it, I might still be stuck. Carly's little fantasy was falling apart fast. But it wasn't enough. Not for me. Not yet. About a week later, I got a message on LinkedIn from someone I didn't know. A woman named Kendra. "Hi. I hope this isn't inappropriate. I came across your name while looking into Carly's business. I was offered a job to help manage social media for Eden for 2, and now I'm not sure what to believe. Can we talk?" I stared at the message for a long time. We set up a call. Kendra was in her late 20s, a freelance digital marketer from Charlotte. She'd been in touch with Carly and Des for about a month. They told her they were scaling fast and needed someone to run all their accounts. They sent her a contract, but never signed it. Just kept saying, "soon." Then they asked her to start working anyway. Promised they'd get her paid next week. She posted 3 weeks of content, did analytics reports, and even helped them prep for what would have been their second retreat. She never saw a dime. Then the first retreat collapsed. No explanation from Carly. No apology. Just silence. Until a week later, when Des texted her late at night. "Hey, we're rebooting. Can you throw together a landing page for a new retreat?" Quick turnaround. She said she got suspicious. Googled them. Found the GoFundMe. Found the lawsuits. Then somehow she found my name linked to the LLC registration. That led her to me. I thanked her for the info and told her what happened on my end. She was stunned. Then she said something that made my blood turn cold. "They're planning a new brand," she said. Des said Eden for Two was toxic now, and they needed something fresh. He was talking about launching something called Bare Soul Ventures. Sounded similar. Retreats, yoga, self-discovery. But for singles this time. She sent me screenshots. Des had drafted a logo. Carly had already made a new Instagram handle, private, but with the same aesthetic. They weren't quitting. They were just rebranding. I called Trina. Sent her everything. "This is good," she said. "This shows pattern. Intent. She's not making a mistake, she's running a scam." We amended the fraud complaint with the bank. We sent the screenshots to the couple suing her. Trina even contacted the IRS with suspicion of unreported income and misused business funds. But I wanted more. I wanted people to know who they were. Not just legally. Publicly. So I took a step I'd been avoiding. I made a post. Not here. Not yet. But on Facebook, using my real name. To anyone considering doing business with Carly B. or Des G. Please read. I laid out everything. No emotion. Just facts. Dates. Documents. Links to the lawsuits. A copy of the loan application. Photos of Des in my car, in my suit. I didn't insult them. I just let the truth speak. It spread. People shared it. Commented. A few tagged Carly. Someone tagged Des's old business partner, turns out he'd burned people before. Carly texted me the next day. "You're ruining my life." I didn't reply. 2 days later, she tried again. "We're over. Why are you still obsessed with hurting me?" I sent her one line. "I'm not hurting you. I'm just telling the truth you keep trying to hide." She didn't text again. But someone else did. Des. He found my number somehow. His message was short. "Take down your post or I'll come find you." That was a mistake. I stared at Des's message for a long time. "Take down your post or I'll come find you." He thought he could scare me. Like I was the kind of man who'd fold because of a half-assed threat from a guy wearing another man's clothes. I didn't respond. I sent the message straight to Trina, and then forwarded it to the police. I wanted it documented. If he so much as pulled into my driveway, I wanted him charged. But Des didn't show up at my house. He showed up at my job. It was a Thursday morning. I was in the office kitchen getting coffee when my coworker Marvin walked in and said, "Hey, there's some guy out front asking for you. Says his name is Des. Wants to talk." I didn't even flinch. I told Marvin to call security, then walked outside with my phone already recording in my pocket. Des was standing by the visitor parking lot, wearing sunglasses and some ugly plaid jacket. He looked worse than he did online. Thinner, twitchier. Like a man who hadn't slept in days. "You think you're some hero," he said, walking up to me. "You're just bitter." I kept my hands in my pockets. "You here to follow through on that threat?" He smirked. "What threat?" "The one you texted me. Already forwarded it to the cops. So whatever you say next, choose wisely." He paused. "You don't get it, man," he said. "She was dying in that house. You never saw her. I saved her." I shook my head. "No. You used her. Just like she used me. I gave her purpose." "No. You gave her a stage. She gave you a credit score." He stepped closer like he was going to say something, but the building security pulled up in a cart right then. 2 guards stepped out. I looked him dead in the eye. Go ahead, keep rebuilding your fake empire. But every time you rebrand, I'll be there. Every website, every business name, every lie. I'll be watching. He spit on the sidewalk and walked away. That was the last time I saw him in person. But the fallout didn't stop. The lawsuits grew. 5 couples ended up filing. Kendra filed a wage complaint. The IRS opened a formal investigation. Then the real hammer dropped. The bank officially declared the loan fraudulent. They removed my name from liability. They filed charges against Carly alone. The car? Repossessed. The house? I kept it. She signed it away to avoid court costs. Des disappeared. Deleted all his accounts. Probably moved to another state to run the same scam with someone new. Carly tried to fight it, but her lawyer dropped her after she couldn't pay. She took a plea deal on the fraud case, no jail time, but probation and a massive restitution plan. She's paying off debt she created with my signature. She called me once more, a few months later. I lost everything, she said. Her voice was small. I almost felt something. Not pity. Not forgiveness. Just a flicker of memory, of who she used to be. You didn't lose it, I said. You traded it. For lies. Then I hung up. It took me a while to get my life back in order. My credit recovered. My peace took longer. I still think about it sometimes. How fast love can turn to betrayal. How easily trust can be used as a weapon. I made mistakes too. I ignored signs. I said yes too fast. I didn't protect myself. I let love blind me. But I learned. And now? I protect what's mine. If Carly ever tries to start another business, you can bet I'll be the first name she remembers. And the last one she'll want to see.